started to connect each other last year, Thailand. So we play as event doubles for open. So after the tournaments, we have a lot of thinking and initial ideas of what we want to do in terms of pickleball. But before we even go into this industry, we're mastering thing. What are the people we want to work with? We want to work with the people with the right attitude and integrity. So that is how the whole thing come together. Why we select each other and hold hands for this pickleball journey? Because we share the same values and we enjoy doing it.
I think personally it's been really life-changing. I met James last March and shared a lot of thoughts and a lot of ideas, spoke about what pickleball would mean to us individually and then as doubles partners, and that conversation spiraled to something a lot bigger. And then we started looking at what's happening on a national, regional, international scale. Started off as a wild dream, and I think it's life-changing because even as friends, it's brought us closer together, unity, right? And it's brought us the ability to reach out to people who have the same values and principles as us, and for us to be united, to represent us.
That's why we came out with the name WPOF. As a small nations, we must be united as one. Only you're united, you're not afraid of anything around you. You're able to face your challenge. Pickleball is not just a sport. It's a sport with community. Because whatever we are reaching today and where we are today, it's just a beginning. We plan it carefully and we execute it. So we are very happy today.
I think the establishment of WPF should be seen as a very exciting initiative of fellow friends in the pickleball community internationally. And I know for a fact that the approach WPF takes towards pickleball is values-based. It's not just about playing pickleball.
And also it's not about business. Because a lot of associations currently operating, they're more going towards to the directions like tournaments. And the WPF, what we are doing, our primary focus will be educational.
Without grassroots fundamental in developing the sport, you will find that eventually the sport becomes too exclusive. And this is not something that the WPF wants. We want everyone to have a chance to win, regardless of their background, regardless of their sporting and athletic background. Everyone should be able to get a pedal, pick up a ball, and play pickleball with someone else. I think that is one of the greatest goals that WPF has for everyone. This cross-age boundary exchange in itself is a very, very inclusive value. There are not many sports in the world that give this opportunity for cross-learning.
We always need once to thank Singapore governments to make a Singaporean to be recognized worldwide. And the people perception about Singaporeans that we always honor, we do things with integrity. So what we want to do, these are 5 million nations, 30 over years of pickleball history. We just want to see what we can do this way. Besides USA, we also want to work with other countries like China, Southeast Asia, and the advantage of us, it's not about Darren and James. It's Singaporeans, we are honest. So we want to do things with integrity and perform as promised.
I'm always proud of myself. But importantly, as a Singaporean, what can we do not just for the nation, but what can we do to extend the influence and the brand that Singapore has built to our fellow friends in the region? I think this is something that gives us a global perspective, truly global perspective from a country that is such a small population with such a small landmass. How do we create impact? And pickleball is one of the many answers. This is the pathway that we chose. We sit on a reputation that's been built by so many hands that have crossed into Singapore, to the brand that we are today. and that branding will cross into the WPL as well.
After I played with Darren last year, I think a lot. Then I made the decision on the day itself. Then I want to go into the educator, not only trainer, coach. Also listen to the people, understand people, and help them with the skill set and with the unique character I have.
Everyone has different goals and objectives. So I decided to continue competing. And I shared with James and all of you should know that I really wanted to compete and bring myself to the highest levels as best as I can. And I came back and shared with James my learnings, and we shared with each other. And I think the perspective of our sport has changed tremendously. Every time I competed, every time he educated, we realized that the way we saw the sport started converging. And that is a very, very important message, not just for me, but for everyone who looks at the WPF. The idea is that as long as you're all working towards a common objective, your pathways are different. And that doesn't mean that we exclude. That means that all the more, as long as the values and principles are right, you are together with us, and we are together with this big project.
You must connect with people, and this is what I'm good at. Because I always like to talk with the people, really understand what is in their mind, and how should we work together to achieve the common objective. Every single person, individuals is different. We need to recognize it. A lot of things for us, it's not about sorry, try your best. It's about what's next and how do you rethink yourself. Not only for pickleball, also for your personal life.
I've always been a bit more of a purist. I always believed I need to lead my As James rightly put, observing your surroundings and being helpful, generous to the people around you, introducing them to new concepts and new learnings, new knowledge, helping them to shape or reshape our different perspectives.
Like what Darren said, it's not about who right, who wrong. It's about discussions. From the discussion, you must be very open-minded. So from the discussion, you can come out something new. Out of the discussion, that is the value. And it might not be right. You need to be tested. So once tested, you find it's okay. When we talk about okay, we not talk about okay for all. We talk about okay for people different age and different step. In life, you have a different age group, and you are going to pass through all the different age group, and every single little step, get who you are today.
You don't just play with ball. You live with ball. It goes through your blood, and it changes the way you think. Because when you're out there on the court for that 15, 20, 30 minutes, every decision you make changes out. And it's very, very hard. That's exactly what matters.